What is my user ID?
Administrator?
No.
User ID.
DEV ADM. DEV ADM. My SID is DEV, right? So my SAP administrator user ID will be DEV ADM. At OS level. Slash and EX means log off, okay?
Yeah.
Before going to the SAP login, open our MMC. Expand this. Expand this ID, center instance, center services instance. Okay. Did you observe? Yesterday we have seen MMC, right? Did you observe Java process table was not there on yesterday? Anyone observe that? This Java process table was not there yesterday MMC. Yesterday we have discussed about the MMC, right?
Yes.
So in that Java process table was not there. Okay. I will tell you why. The reasons are, whenever you have installed your SAP, whenever we have installed our SAP installation, okay, after successfully completed of your SAP installation, what will happen? SAP MMC will be created at desktop, right? SAP MMC will be created at desktop with the required information. What is the information? SID will be there, and central instance and central services instance and process list, right? These all are will be there in our MMC after our installation. Got my point? So we have installed a dual stack system, right? What is meant by dual stack? It's a combination of ABAP stack and Java stack, right? So in MMC, I need to know, I need to say, like, in MMC, I want to see my ABAP process list and my Java stack process list. Okay, but yesterday we don't see this Java process list, okay, in MMC. This was not there. Java process list was not there in MMC. Okay, if the reasons and the solution are, the reason are, we have done kernel upgrade, right? We have done kernel upgrade. After kernel upgrade, we have started our SAP and we have opened our MMC, right? So if After installation, if your MMC is open, for example, okay, after installation, if your MMC is open, then if you're not able to see Java stack process list, Java stack process list, then what you need to do, the solutions are, you need to close MMC and reopen MMC. One thing, this is the one solution. Okay, and after that also, if you're not able to see the Java stack process list, then what you need to do is, we need to restart the SAP services. SAP services. In Windows, where is my services will be there? In Windows,
Services.msc.
serv services.msc. Here you can find out my SAP related services. You will see what are the services are there. Go to start, run services.msc. Okay. Expand this, expand the service name, click here and type SAP. Okay. So see here, SAP DEV underscore 00, SAP DEV underscore 01. These are the my main services, right? Got it? And these are the services. Okay. Who is the owner for this service? Who is the owner for this service? SAP Service SID. SAP Service SID. What is SAP Service SID? This is one of the SAP administrator user at OS level. This will be created at the time of installation. Got it? Two users will be created, right? One is SID ADM and another one is SAP Service SID. The second one is this one, the SAP Service SID. What is that user ID use? Whatever my SAP services are created in services.msc file, those services owner should be my SAP Service SID user. That is first point. Second point, this services SAP SID underscore 00, SAP SID underscore 01, these services should be start. Then only my SAP will start. If these services are not running, then my SAP will not start. Okay. And what is the service type? The service type is automatic. Why automatic? In the sense, in MMC, if I stopped here, okay, after that if I started my DEV, my SAP system, if I started from MMC, then what will happen? Where is this file? So in MMC, when I started my SAP, the services.msc file, these services will be started automatically. Okay, these services will be started automatically. Got my point? These services. Any doubts? These are my SAP related services will be running on operating system level. Got it? So if you restarted these services, restarted means here, see here, right click, all task, restart, or stop and start. Okay. If you done this, then You need to close your MMC, you need to open your MMC again. Then you will find out Java process table. Why ABAP process table and Java process table are there? Because this is a dual stack system. See, using MMC, if you see MMC, we can say whether this is a single stack or dual stack. Got it? How I can say a dual stack? This is dual stack. We have a ABAP process table. We have a Java process table here. Okay. ABAP process table means we are talking about a ABAP stack only. ABAP stack, what will be there? There are different types of work processes will be there. Java process table, we are talking about Java stack. What services will be there? In Java stack, there are no work process concept available here. There are no work process concept in Java stack. We have the concept is server zero process concept and dispatcher and SDM. These will be there in Java stack. If I see here both here, then I can understand, okay, this is the dual stack system. Till now, any doubts? Double click on my SID 000. What are the standard users are created at the time of SAP?
Star.
What are the standard users? SAP Star and DDIC. These are the standard users, right? These are the standard users. These users will be created at the time of installation, correct?
Are these admin users for SAP?
What is meant by admin user?
Like a master user?
That's why we call it as a standard users.
Okay.
After installation, if I want to connect to my SAP, if I want to log into my SAP, I require a user credentials. Where is my user credentials? If I want to log into the SAP, I need a credentials, right? But I have not created any credentials, just I have installed my SAP, that's it. So to log into the SAP at the first time, so SAP has provided some standard users. Using standard users, you can log into the SAP and you can create your own user IDs. Okay, those standard users are SAP Star and DDIC. SAP Star and DDIC.
Anyone we can.
Anyone you can use. Yesterday we have logged in with SAP Star, right? Today we will log in with the DDIC. What is my password?
The password.
Basis at 123 BK.
I'm not asking the password. Master password this is.
Yeah, basis at 123.
Master password, right? DDIC I have given a master password.
What is client?
I will tell you what is the use. Yeah, I will tell you. I will tell you what is the use of SAP Star, what is the use of a DDIC, where we can use. Okay. This is my, I have logged in with which user ID. If I want to cross check, click here, I can see this user. So I have logged in with DDIC user, right? In which client I have logged in? 000 client. Okay. Slash and RZ10. Go to extended maintenance. If you click here, it will show you the options. It will show you the inputs available in this profile tab. Okay. What it is saying? No profiles found. Right? So after installation, one of the post step is I have my SAP profiles at OS level. Yesterday we discussed, right?
Yeah.
What is this profiles? Start profile, default profile, and instance profile. Those profiles, what yesterday I said, these profiles I can change at OS level and at SAP level, right?
Yeah.
So in OS level, if I want to change, then I can navigate here, right? Go to USR, SAP, SID, this profile. Directly I can go there. USR, SAP, SID, sys profile. Here I can take a backup, I can open that original one, I can change it, right? So that is first one way. What is another way? I can change it at SAP level also. Okay, if I want to change it SAP level, what is the transaction code for profile parameter maintenance? To maintain the profile parameters in SAP level, the transaction code is RZ10. The transaction code is RZ10. Got it? So this is my RZ10 screen. Okay, we'll go back. See here, slash n RZ10. Okay, go to extended maintenance. And here, if you click here, or the shortcut key is F4. F4, or you can click the symbol here. Okay, you can click this symbol, this one, right? Or the shortcut is F4. F4. Then what will happen? What are the options available in this tab, profile tab? Those options you can see. Now what it is saying? What it is saying? No profiles found, because see here, this is my SAP. I have installed my SAP on the top of operating system. This is my operating system. Okay, this is entire my server. This is my OS. On the top of operating system, I have installed my SAP. So your profiles will be there at here at operating system level. Got it? Now what I am trying is, I want to see these profiles at SAP layer, SAP application level. Got it? So whenever I am trying to access my profiles after installation, those profiles will not found at the first time. Okay, so what you need to do is, you need to import those profiles from operating system level to your SAP application level. Got my point? You need to import profiles from operating system level to SAP application level. Got it this? Then next time onwards you can able to see my profiles at SAP level, at SAP application level. Okay? Profile maintenance transaction code. What is the transaction code for profile maintenance? RZ10. This is my profile maintenance T code. Okay. So now I have entered into this T code. Okay. Here I have selected my profiles, but I am facing what SAP has given my message, no profiles found. Why? Because I have not imported the SAP profiles from operating system to SAP application level. That's why I am facing this information. Once I have imported my operating once I have imported the profiles from operating system to SAP level, the next time onwards, this pop-up message will not occur. No profiles found. This message will not appear. Okay, we will do this. So this is one of the core steps. Why I required profiles actually at SAP application level? Why I required SAP profiles at application level, at SAP application level? What is the use?
Based on users, we have rights, authentications, group of processes, and everything.
For that, to maintain the profiles, at SAP application level, we need to import those profiles from operating system level to SAP application level after your installation. This is one of the core steps. Once you import it, then only you can maintain your profile parameters. Maintain in the sense you can create a new profiles, you can change the existing profiles and all the things. Got it?
Okay.
So now we are facing this message, no profile found. What we need to do is, how to import is, utilities, import profile of active servers. Okay. In RZ10 transaction, go to import profile, go to utilities and go to import profiles, go to off active servers.
What is 000 client, Mr. Ramu? 000 client, 001 client. What
Yeah,
exactly the client?
we will discuss in client administration part.
Okay.
These are standard clients. As of now, remember, these are standard clients. Okay. After SAP installation, we have standard clients and standard users. Okay. We know standard users, SAP star and DDIC. So now what is happening in the backend? It is importing the profiles from operating system level to SAP application level. Utilities, import profiles of active profiles, right? Go to RZ10 transaction. Go to utilities. Import profiles of active profiles, right?
Administration was budget for.
Four steps. These are my SAP services. Okay. SQL Server Agent. These are my database services. Okay. These are my database related services. These are my SAP related services. What is my kernel location?
USR SAP SID is EXE
Sorry?
profile. USR SAP SID sys EXE.
I'm asking kernel location, not profile location. Kernel location I'm asking, not profile location. Hello?
Yeah, this is only USR SAP SID sys you see in
USR SAP SID is EXE.
EXE. Yes.
What is my profile location? Profiles. What is my profile location?
Your SAP SRE is profile.
This is profile. See here, this this dialog work process is running right now. Got it?
I was just last previous step, Ramu. What was it?
we are importing the SAP profiles from operating system level to SAP application level. For that, what we need to do, we need to go to the RZ10 transaction. This is RZ10 T code. Here utilities, import profiles of active profiles. Okay, so this task is running now, right? So this symbol, have you seen this symbol in the top left?
Yeah.
Click here. Create session. What is it mean? What is mean by create session?
It will create another new session, active session.
It's nothing but a /O, right?
Yeah.
Click here. So I am in second session, right?
Yes.
Yesterday we have scheduled one background job, right? We will see the status of that background job. What if I want to see the status of background job? What is the transaction code?
SAM37.
SAM37. Which user ID I have scheduled yesterday? SAP star. If you know the job name, you can give job name. Otherwise, you can give star. Okay, and which user ID I have scheduled yesterday? The background job I have scheduled with SAP star, right?
Yeah.
SAP star, and deselect this. I need to check whether it has been finished or cancelled. So I need to select these two options. Okay. Yesterday date is 22. So execute. This one, right?
Yeah.
Generator. This is my load generator. How many seconds it has been executed? 12,193 seconds. The duration of the background job. This is the started of my background job. The date of my background job. Start date and start time. This is my duration. Right? If you select this, click on spool. See, this is my spool request. This is my spool request number. If you select this, display contents, this is my output of my background job. Have you seen this? This is my output of my background job. We will discuss in spool what is a spool request, how it will generate.
In the document, do we have screenshots of navigation, Mr. Ramu?
What navigations?
Like how we need to go to the next window, how to check the spool, the windows which we have gone through now. Exactly what we have to click.
Regarding what navigations, what screens? I'm not understand.
Now you just click on spool. Exactly at the time, if we do not strike what exactly we have to click so that we can refer that.
I will tell you. Why I have checked spool means it has generated this spool. Means if I want to see the output of my background job, how can I see? It should be generated spool. Then only I can see this output. If I want to see, then I can click this. I can go to the spool. The spool request is generated. I click this and go to display. Display is display contents, right? The contents of your spool request. It's nothing but a display contents is nothing but a output of your job, background job. This is my output. Here this output I can take a printout if required. Okay, and select this and go to job log. This is my log information about my background job. Log information. Job log is different, spool is different. What is the difference between job log and spool? Every background job will have some logs, whether it is finished or cancelled. It will write some log information. If it is cancelled, here it will write job has been cancelled during this, so and so, so and so. Okay, if it is finished, job has been started, these steps are started, these steps are completed, now job has been finished. The log information will be written of every background job, whether it is a finished or cancelled. Okay, what is a spool? When the background job generated a spool, I can see the output of that background job. How? Select that background job, go to the spool and select the spool request and go to the display contents. Display contents is nothing but my output of my report, output of my background job. Got my point?
Yeah.
So these navigations are not there. I am not prepared slides for this.
Okay.
Simple. See, if yesterday I have scheduled my background job. Today I want to know the status of my background job, whether it is still running, whether it is finished or cancelled. How can I cross check? I can go to my SM37T code. I can give what are the information. If you know the job name, you can give, or you can provide. You can give a star. And I know which user ID have scheduled. And when I have scheduled this yesterday, so from yesterday date, what is the status I need to know? Finished or cancelled? Execute. Execute, the shortcut is F8. Okay, click on execute or click on F8 button. The shortcut key for execution is F8. Now I am able to see my background job status. Got my point?
Yeah. Yeah.
Another T code /n SM51. So my background job has been finished. Means my SGen has been finished, right? See, SM51. What is use of SM51 transaction? SM51. It is used to see the servers list. Servers list in the sense how many servers are installed, how many servers are configured, okay, at my SAP level. Servers is nothing but instances, okay. What are the servers are installed at the time of installation? Those servers list I can see in SAP level with the transaction code SM51. Got it?
Yeah.
So in SM51, SAP servers, what is the server? Server name, what is the server name? Host name underscore SID underscore 00. 00 is a instance number. What is my host name? NWMSS. And In this server, what are the different types of services are there? What are the services are there? Dialog, batch, update, spool, NQ, ICM, J2EE. And what is the status of the server? Active. Okay. And if you have configured any dialog instance, that dialog instance server details also will be come in the next line. Okay. For example, I have installed one CI and two DI. Right? Two dialog instances, one central instance. Then how many entries will be there here?
2.
No, 3. One for central instance and the remaining 2 for dialog instances. I have configured 2 dialog instances, right?
Okay.
So how many servers are there? 3. Means 3 instances are there. So
Okay.
those lists I can see at SAP application level with the status. Okay. Whether my dialog instance has been stopped, then the status will be stopped. Server status will be stopped. Whether my dialog instance is up and running, then my status will be active. Right?
Okay.
So using the seeing the servers list, okay, seeing the servers list in SM51 transaction, I can say which server is my central instance, which server is my dialog instance. I can easily find out. How? Any guess?
Based on number, instance number.
No. Based on the services in instance. If my
What is
NQ server, my NQ server is there, then what it contains? This is my central instance. J2EE also is there. Means this is my dual stack system. In next,
Yeah.
if you have a dialog instance, you will have the instance name like host name underscore dev underscore dialog instance number. I have given 03 for example, 03, and the host name is separate host name. And what are the services will be there here? Dialog, batch, update, update to spool, no NQ, right? No NQ will be there. ICM will be there. Got my point?
Yeah. And message server gateway, that will not show here in message types.
No, that will not show here. We can see that in MMC. In MMC we can see that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is use of SM51 transaction? SM51. See, you need to remember the transaction codes. What are the transaction codes we are talking? Those transaction codes you need to remember. If you know the transaction code, then only you can work. Otherwise, you will not work. Okay. And SM51 transaction code is used to, it is used to see the servers list with the status. Okay. For example, here I have only one central instance only configured. So that's why one server only I am able to see. See here down, one active server. Means I have only one central instance only. I don't have a dialog instance here. If I configured two dialog instances, then two more servers list will be there. Then how many servers list the total? How many servers list I can see? I can see total 3 servers list. Got it?
Yeah. What exactly the message type is, Ramu? Only it will show the server work processes details.
Message. This
Message
message
type,
type.
it will show only work processes details and
Message
services
type.
details.
Message type in the sense, what are the different types of work processes and services are there in my instance. this instance. What are the
Okay.
services it is supporting this instance? Those services information will be displayed here. Dialog, batch, update, spool, NQ, ICM, J2E.
Yeah.
These all will be supported by this instance.
Okay.
Got my point, SM51?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in each and every instance, we'll have a work processes, right? Different types of work processes, right? See, my central instance will have also work process. If I have installed one more dialog instance, my dialog instance also will have work processes, right?
Yeah.
Got my point?
Yes.
See here, this is my central instance. In central instance, I have work process. This is my dialog instance. In dialog instances also, I have work process, right?
Yes.
So now at SAP level, what I want to see is, I want to see instance specific work processes list. From SAP level, I want to see instance specific work processes list. How can
Okay.
I see that? Okay. First of all, for example, if you have one CI and two dialog instances, okay, means three servers list will be there in SM51 transaction, right?
Yeah.
Three servers list I can able to see in SM51, right?
Yeah.
So, which instance specific work process list you want to see, select that and double click on that. Double click on the server list. Got my point?
Yeah.
For example, here if we have a two dialog instances, then two more entries will be there. So how many entries I have total? Three entries are there. I want to select the entry which instance specific I want to see the work process list. Double click on the entry. Okay. So now I went to instance specific work processes list. Got my point?
Yeah.
Instance specific work processes list. So now connected to my central instance, right? Click
Yeah.
here, you can see the transaction. What is the transaction for this? SM50. What is the SM50? It's a work process overview. SM50 transaction is for work process overview.
To remember these transactions, do we have a document of this, Mr. Ramu?
Document in the sense, no document actually.
Okay.
So that's why what I am saying is, whenever we are talking about any transaction code, write a transaction code, one notepad.
Okay.
All the transaction codes, write one notepad, and the description also write on notepad. Description is a small one line, right? There is no,
Yeah.
it's not a big lines, okay? It contains only simple one line. What is SM51? To see server list. What is SM50? Work process overview. That's it. So that's why you need to maintain one notepad whenever you are listening a class. Just
Yeah.
note down the very important points, not all the points. Okay, very important points are what are the very important points? First of all, T codes.
Mm.
Next of all, commands. If any commands we are talking, Linux commands or something, any command, commands
Yeah.
and T codes, okay, these we need to maintain in one notepad. The remaining part, if you see the recording session, if you listen the recording session, then you will get it, no problem. If I want to know the T code, again again I want to go to entire session, recording session. Where I have used, I don't know. In which session I have used the T code, I don't know. So that's why we need to at least note down the transaction codes and commands in one notepad. Okay. If you want, I will give you what are the basis transaction codes we are using and what is the purpose of each and every transaction code. I will give you the list. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But you need to remember the transaction codes compulsory. If you
Yeah.
forget the transaction code, so I want to see my servers list. I forgot my transaction code SM51. Then how can I go? How can I enter? How can I see? So that's why you need to remember transaction codes. SM51 is for servers list. SM50 is for work process overview.
Yeah.
So now we are in work process overview, instance specific work process overview. Got my point? So these are my instance, central instance. Why? Because I have only one instance only. So these are my central instance specific work processes. Dialog, update, enqueue, background and spool. See here, work process number 3. The status is running. Which user ID? DDIC user. Okay. Double click on that work process. Refresh here. If you refresh here, you can see the information of work process, means what program it is running, which table it is running, what action it is running, okay, and what SQL statement it is running, and what is the records it is fetching, what type of records, whether it is inserting or deleting, updating or anything, okay. This is for work process, individual work process overview. Got my point?
Yeah.
This is individual work process. What is that individual work process? Work process number 3, process ID 4816. It is running by DDIC user in client 000. If you double click on that particular work process, I can see in depth more information about my work process. Means what work process and which user ID, which program, which table, what SQL statement it is running, and what is the statements are running, like whether it is inserting or updates or deleting or something. Okay, this information I can see here. This is only work process 3, number 3 dialog work process overview. Got my point?
Yeah.
Number 3 dialog work process detailed information. Sequential reads, direct reads, inserts, updates, deletes, all the things. Okay. If you refresh here and you can find out the, if it is fetching any records or something, you can find out here the numbers and all the things. Oh, why is that? This much time it is taking. So this is my individual work process overview. How can I see? Go to the work process overview, select the work process, double click on that work process. Then I can see the detailed information of my work process. Not only dialog, I can see update, I can see enqueue, I can see background, anything. So this is, what is this symbol? Back. I'll go to the back screen. Okay. So SM51, for example, if I have a 2 dialog instances, then 2 more entries will be there. So total 3 entries will be there. For example, one CI and two DI. For example, I have shut down one dialog instance. Okay, then here it will show you the three entries, but the one of the dialog instance has been shut down, so the status will be shown here stopped. Got my point?
Yeah.
For example, I have one CI and one DI. So two entries will be displayed here, right?
Yeah.
So I have shut down my dialog instance. Then I can able to see the dialog instance entry here with the status stopped, right?
Yeah.
Now in this case, I have only one central instance only. For example, I have stopped my central instance. Can I see the entry here with the status stopped? Just a small logic. Small logic. Think the logic. What my question is, previously I have one CI and one DI. So two entries will be there. I have shut down my dialog instance. Okay. So I can see my dialog instance entry here with the status stopped. That is first example. Second example, in this scenario, I have installed only central instance only. There is no dialog instances. So if my central instance has been stopped, can I see this entry here with the status stopped? That is my question.
No, no,
Why?
no.
Why?
Because it, SM51 is to view the active servers, to view the server list.
Hmm.
At the same time, if I stop no CA, definitely it will not show.
Because the reason is my central instance has been stopped means my system has been stopped, right? If my system has been stopped in the sense what? How can I log into the SAP? Correct?
Yeah. We cannot also log in SAP. Yeah.
Yes. See, if I stop with this one, if I stop this, okay, means what? My system is going to down. See, my central instance has been down means what? My system has been down, right?
Yeah.
My entire system has been down. So how can I log into the SAP? There is no concept to log into the SAP. So if you're not logged into the SAP, how can you execute the transaction code SF51? There is no possibility, right?
Yes.
So if your central instance has been stopped, you cannot log into the SAP. So no need to cross check in SM51. Okay? If central instance is up, the remaining dialog instances are down, then I can log into the central instance and I can execute the transaction code SM51 and I can see the servers list. Okay?
Yeah.
Central instance should be up and running. Dialog instance may be up or not running is not a big deal. Okay, if your central instance is running, the remaining dialog instances is not running, then your system is still up and running. You can able to connect to your central instance. But if your central instance is stopped, then there is no concept of dialog instance. If your central instance has been stopped, there is no concept of dialog instance. Dialog instance will also be stopped.
Yeah.
See, in services.msc, these two are my SAP related services, and SQL Server Agent, these two are my database related services. Database related services. Okay. If I want to stop the transaction, if click and stop the transaction. Triple zero is a standard client. Okay. Any doubts?
This services, how we can stop and start if OS is Unix.
In Unix operating system, okay, we can see the services using the commands.
Okay.
Using the commands, we can see the services. Like, what service I want to see? SAP service. This SAP service through which SID where it will run DEV, right?
Yeah.
So the command is ps minus ef pipe grep SAP or ps minus ef pipe grep DEV. Don't confuse. Okay, that's why I'm not that's why I'm not say right now. If you see these big commands, then you will confuse. So we will discuss this our Linux operating system installation. Okay. Once we done the installation on Linux, then we can discuss these type of commands. Okay. PS minus EF pipe grep SAP means SAP related services what are running, it will show you. PS minus EF pipe grep DEV means DEV related services what are running, it will show you. Got it?
Yeah.
So everyone is can install SAP right now, right? So installing no issues, right? So what is the task means? This is the first task I am giving you. What is the task means? Whenever you are installing SAP, okay, the task is prepare document and share it to me. Okay, this is your task. Prepare a proper document with all the screenshots. See, if I ask the document, don't take screenshots and don't send to me. Take screenshots with proper information or proper description. Got my point? Simply don't take the screenshots, don't send to me. You need to write the proper description of each and every screenshot and prepare one clear document and send to me. Okay? This is your task.